Hello, good morning, my dear friends. Again, it's Auntie Bole. yeah. In fact, it's time pass really fast, Every week, After each week, I'm thinking of the next guest I'm going to invite. Time is really passing and fast. Yeah, thank you, Li Hua, my number one viewer. Always thank you so much. Having friend support is the greatest. I mean, in whatever things that we do, yeah. So we are talking about inviting my guests, So guests sometimes they are busy with their own thing. They are working. They have so many kind of commitment. So it's always first invitation tak jadi. Never mind, we ask for the second time. Tak jadi, doesn't matter. We wait until it comes true. So Auntie always, what do you call that? Sometimes we need to have that kind of perseverance in a sense that, because Auntie Bole wants to share, and at the same time, Auntie Bole also wants to learn, right? So from learning, inviting my guests, thank you, Pauline Horn. Yeah, inviting my guests, from there, I can just learn so much from them. Hello, thank you, Li Jin. Can learn so much from them because each one of them has their story to tell. But for today, I'm so happy that I'm able to invite Dr. Sharifah, who is an obstetrician. Yeah, this word also I learned, a gynecologist, to be here with us because this is dealing with women. Yeah, we ought to learn more about women and going through her profile. Yeah, going through her profile, I learned many new terms. In fact, until our standard has come to this level, but many new terms that I'm able to learn, and by talking to her, oh wow, I'm so happy to learn all these new things, So yeah, today, yeah, after the third try or the fourth try, yeah, I'm able to get Dr. Sharifah to be with me today. Yeah, it's an awesome meetup. So without delay, yeah, I will invite Dr. Sharifah to be with me. Yeah, Tan Zihong, good morning. Susan, good morning. Yeah, but okay, I shall invite Dr. Sharifah to be with me. Yes. Good morning, Sharifah.
Yeah, good morning.
Yeah, say something to the viewers here. Yeah.
Yeah, good morning, everyone. So it's very nice. I mean, it's really a privilege and honored to be on Auntie Bole. Yeah, so I try to laugh, because this is a part of the Auntie Bole kind of program. Okay, so yeah, it's very interesting, that, well, actually, I do see this Auntie Bole. I was thinking, what is Auntie Bole is about, so now I know actually, it's very interesting. Yeah, that's good to have, part of it and shares whatever we can, maybe learn new thing or something like that. It's really, I feel honored to be here with all of you.
Yeah. Thank you, Dr. Sharifah. Because it is my honor actually to have all my guests who are with me, Because from each time we learn many things, And I read through your profile, you are so-called, you are the Dr. Mama. Wow, Dr. Mama.
Actually, most of my patients, those I deliver their baby. Actually, this Dr. Mama term come from Ipoh, So from those days when I work in KPJ Ipoh, so I have these patients that actually give me this name, So she called her grandmother is Atuk Mama, but then she did not sure how to call me. Then she said, oh, maybe we call her Dr. Mama. Then the name stick with me for a long time, and until when I come to JB also, and so many of my patients in their baby will call me Dr. Mama, Dr. Mama.
So like very close, when all this time you are so close with them.
Yeah, I love to be
Mama,
personal with my patient. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's so nice when I see this word, yeah, Dr. Mama. And I also I read that you already delivered the babies, more than 5 Ks, until today I don't know how many, but that
I
time I
think
read.
must be more than, most
Yeah,
likely it
it's
will be more
almost
than,
5K.
yeah.
I think it should be more than that now. Wow. I think all the babies around there. Yeah, the Dr. Mama to them. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So interesting, Yeah, my friends, good morning. All my friends here today. So, yeah. So to learn to very personal today, about we women, Yeah, something is obstetrician and gynecologist. All these are the terms that I also learned, for this Auntie Boleh. Yeah, because Auntie Boleh likes to learn and to share. Okay, so because from you, yeah, I learned through your profile, and I just amazed that you are doctor for this, and then in many others which we talk later, and your perseverance, that you're still ongoing, because you're still ongoing. You're learning the course and all this kind of thing, right? You go for many courses that you still attend. Tell us more, from the beginning. How do you what make you pursue your career as now as you are the obstetrician and the gynecologist? Yeah. Can you tell us how that kind of perseverance, how to pursue? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Actually, I want to be surgeon to start with lah. When I was a houseman and the early years when as a medical officer, my specialist who supervised me always tell me, Sharifah, you're very good at your hand. You must become a surgeon. So they make me believe that I'm very good, at my hand, and I love the surgical work. So actually, I wanted to do surgeon, but somehow, at that time, that's very long time ago. 1995, 1996, yeah, long time ago, yeah. So then I decided to switch, to become instead of become a surgeon, doing all those operation, the stomach and all. So I decided to switch to O&G, obstetrics and gynecology, because at that time, my husband told me that, if you become a surgeon, there's so many surgeons around. There's a male surgeon, not many female at that time, but she said that it's available everywhere. The surgeon for this for that kind of operation. But then the female surgeon, at that time the female are not so many. I mean those days, yeah. Now I think become many, but those time. So then it's not so many. So then I thought, maybe that's a good idea. It's still surgical. So that's why I actually pursue obstetrics and gynecology, and I become a gynecologist in year 1999.
Oh, a long time
ago. Year 2000, I think I passed MRCOG. So then I become a specialist, and I went to Taiping. And then at that time, I think the open surgery are very rampant. Everybody open women, fibroid, remove the uterus, remove the fibroid, remove the cyst, everything open abdomen those days, So I think that's a time when during those early years in 2003, people begin to start learning laparoscope, keyhole surgery. And that time, keyhole surgery, it means that if you do the operation, you can do the operation like normal, removing the uterus or remove the big fibroid, remove the cyst, everything, But you're not going to open the women abdomen. But we're going to just operate through a hole. So this is a very kind of interesting, because the science and technology as such that's available, that we can use this kind of, that people make equipments, for us to be able to operate through the hole, looking at the camera and through the hole, and then everything can be done, and the women sometimes can go back. Many people go back after the operation the next day or even the next day, and they have less pain, less use of painkiller, and they can get back to work faster. Everything is beneficial for the women. And then on long term, it doesn't have much of a complication like wound infection, what they call this, a pain. Sometimes people after operation, they still have some colic pain, additions inside. So, but laparoscopic operation is not. But the thing is that at that time, you are learning, learning curve, it take long time. And then the thing is that not many people will persevere, I mean, our doctors to stay learning, acquire the skill, because to learn this keyhole surgery, can be that you look at the camera somewhere else, but you operate women here. So you need that kind of coordination, to be able to touch the organ when you're looking at the camera. So it takes time. So many people actually are unable to persevere and complete their learning curve, you see. But these are the things that excite me most, because to me, a woman, you know, to operate a woman, I have to think so many things I have to consider. You know, she's a mother. She need to go back, you know, to look after her children. She have to go back to work fast. She have to go back to look after her children fast. She have to, you know, and then there's so many things we have to consider, right? Because women are multitasking, that they are important, you know, in the house. Can you imagine that?
Yeah.
Women, you know, they have 4 children, husband, and suddenly they are not around for, not available, or cannot do their work, you know, for 2 weeks. The house can fail. So that's why I feel that, yeah, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sometimes I see a lot of patient, my patient women, they say, "Ayo, I cannot, doctor. How long is it? I'm going to recover." That is their issue, you know. How long they take to recover? Because
Yeah.
why? They got other things to do. They have to look after their family. They have to look after their husband. They have to look after, you know, their immediate family and so on. So they need to be faster return to deliver to work. I mean, go back to their routines and their role. So that's why I find that, you know, I think this laparoscopic surgery is something that we must do. And to me, until today, I have come to the kind of time where I have mastered the laparoscopic surgery, and I have the opinion that, you know, to me, you know, all women, you know, they have to go for gynae operation, you know, and then laparoscopic surgery. I mean, this keyhole surgery should be the first option that we should give to the women, you know, rather than open surgery. And I also feel that all doctors, gynecologists out there should learn laparoscopic to spare the women from a big open wound. That is my passion.
That's very good. You see, from my viewer here, Jade Tan she mentioned something. It takes a woman to understand the women better. Yeah.
Yes, but
Yeah.
correct.
Yeah.
Correct, yes. So
Because you're a woman, you're a mother, you know, and all these things you understand better. Yeah, yeah. Really, you know,
yeah,
thank you for writing out. It takes a woman to understand a woman better. Yes, yes,
yeah,
yes.
yes, yes. You know,
Yeah.
women, it's the last thing. Actually, when they sick, they don't come immediately. They usually wait the last one. They will settle
Yes,
their
yes.
children first. They settle their husband first. They settle their work first. Until they cannot take it, then only they come. Usually, women when they come to me, I know already they are actually last one. Last. You mean they cannot take it anymore? Must do something.
First, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why it's actually so it's you that you have that kind of empathy because you are a woman yourself that you understand you have your family as well, right? Yeah, yeah, it's so
Yeah.
awesome. So that's why from here also I learn laparoscopy, and I also come to learn another aesthetic surgery as well. You are also aesthetic. No, all these
Yeah.
kind of new terms that comes to me. What is that about also? Yeah.
Aesthetic is, I mean, I do aesthetic gynecology, but some people do aesthetic, right? Face, you know, how to get all this wrinkle. That's aesthetic on the face, beauty. But I'm doing an aesthetic gynecology, means that, you know, gynecology always go back to the women organ lah. So the women private area, you know, so some people, some women do have some issue there. They feel something like a lack of self-confidence. Maybe they feel that, you know, or maybe they remarried, and then they feel they want to have a, you know, the better outlook, you know, for their private area. So they want to have a repair, or maybe they find that, you know, something like labia, you know, sometimes there's a many type of labia, that sometimes labia or excessive skin there, too much of skin, you know, there. So then they want it to be repaired to make it look beautiful. Or sometimes, you know, as we become older, you know, the fat pad, you know, on the labia there has lost. So they feel also kind of, you know, no self-confident again, and they want to have a new experience, you know, sexual experience, sexual performance, for example. So we can also repair that. We put a filler, or we remove some skin, or, you know, we tighten the area. We also do vaginal tightening, and so on. You see, some people think that those days are, people feel very embarrassed, like, to talk about this, like, you know, nobody knows what's happening, you know, in the room, under the, you know, the dark, in the dark, you know. So nobody's seen it. But actually there are a lot of women who are very concerned about that. Not because, like, okay, I need to satisfy my husband or what, you know, but there are women, they just feel about themselves, you know, about it's their own self experience. So that's why all this you know, all this laser vaginal rejuvenation actually giving the women kind of like different sexual experience. Not just like we're not just like making men happy, right? We also must make ourselves happy as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
something.
So
Yeah, I have a friend here also. He asked, he said, how many women do that? I mean, the percentage nowadays, if you can know.
there's quite a lot of
Yeah.
women do that. Yeah, quite a number of women do that. I mean, people do that. I mean, people come forward because we talk about it. You know, last time it's a taboo, right? You cannot talk lah. Nothing, you know, down there is very embarrassed. But nowadays, I see quite a number of women actually they come forward. Yeah, you know, so they come forward. So I always correct their perception. If they think they want to do for their husband, then I told them they have to think first. I think I don't do. I so we don't do for because our husband, you know. So we do it because we, you know, is for our own, you know. So we want to feel. We also want to what they call it, enjoy the relationship. Correct or not? Right? So
Yeah.
not like you know,
Yeah.
something like that. You know, so I do share women. You know, some women you know, all these issues and to correct their perception and so on. Yeah.
What is the age?
Yeah.
My friend that there's a viewer who asked, what is the age, the range lah, mostly come for it?
Oh, from
Yeah.
young to old. Yeah. Old women. I have one lady recently, one old woman. She's already menopause. So, you know, so she said that she want to make new everything, everything new. She want. Then I said, why? Oh, my husband coming back from China and this and that. She said, if not, she go for another doll or something. So she want to make herself new. So then I said, you know, oh, like that, you have to kick your husband away. You find a new one. If your husband say like that, he said that, you know, oh, I have to, if not, if you don't do like that, you don't do all this thing, and then I will find a younger one. Then I told her, no, you can do that. I can do it for you, no problem. I will make it very nice. But you kick out your husband, you find a new one. Because this husband not worth to keep it.
Yeah, sometimes it's actually you're meeting so many people who talk about this, and then from here I can see that you are very dear to your patient. I mean, must be Dr. Mama as well, and then you are dear to the ladies about on this kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then I also come to know that, you know, from your Facebook that you have been like awarded, you know, the Asia Pacific o&gclinic of the year, right? Yeah, you have been awarded
last year.
Wow, you know, it's not easy, you know. You in Asia Pacific, you got this o&gclinic of the year, right? In Asia Pacific.
Yeah.
So how do you get it? Can you just let us know? You know, it's not
I
not
see.
it's very honor to, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I always like to, I mean, you know, so we serve the patients, right? I mean, not just as a doctor, but also as a team, you know. So I have also my nurse, you know, assisting me, and they also facing the patient registered, you know. So we want patient to feel, you know, come to our clinic, feel comfortable, you know, comfortable, not just because some people see doctor, they still have like palpitation, you know, see doctor very scared, and they, you know, even though seeing a women doctor, you know, so some people are like that, and so I want to create that kind of environment. So I told my nurse, okay, let's challenge ourselves. We do not know how patient will feel when they experience us, you know, what our patient experience with us. So that's why I actually, you know, there's a competition. I mean, to put ourselves into that kind of audit. So these are the things that, you know, that are available to us. I mean, that this kind of body, this global health, they can actually audit your clinic and then looking into from the patient perspective, how they feel about your clinic. So then only then we can improve, you know. So that's why I enter this thing, and I mean there are many other people also enter. So then they will look through how we serve the patient, you know, from beginning to see us until the patient discharged from the hospital, for example, or you know, this and that. And then they also send the message. I mean the patient, you know, to vote us. So they let patient vote us. So mean that, so as many, you know, so they come out a form. So the patient who see us will vote. You know, so then we'll see what are the marks you get lah. So the highest, if you get the highest, mean that patient vote you, many of your patient vote you, mean that you are good, right? So I think that's how I won the vote among all my patients, compared to other people who also compete. So that's how I see that. Oh, I see, not bad. I think our patient like us. You know, so that also will give us some kind of opportunity to look at our service and you know, appraise our staff, and also a lot of room for improvement, definitely. So we always want to be personal to our patients, you know, want patient to experience a good service, and feel at home with us, like we are part of family or something like that. And I always like to be personal with my patient. I always tell my patient my motto is like, I'm your doctor and I'm also your friend. So I mean they can tell me anything, and so sometimes we don't talk about disease. We also talk about other things, like oh, what's happening at home? Is your husband doing okay? Or things like that. Yeah.
Yeah, can see that. That's why so many clinics are not enter for this kind of contest or whatever. But you want it, and then you have done it, and you achieve it. So it's never easy. But congratulations on that. It's actually really, yeah,
Yeah,
come to
thank
that.
you.
You see, you have this passion. I mean, you're so down to earth with this patient and being a doctor mama and all these things. So I know that you this is your career in a sense, right? But I do know that you do have another kind of a hobby as well. Wow, been so busy, and I know that you are also named as Dr. H for your 𝐻𝐿𝐵, right? That means you're so interested in the food, healthy food. Okay, so you're into this business as well, So because for me, I feel that you were such busy, because when I remember I call you at 8 o'clock, you still haven't done the surgery or something like that. You are
Yeah.
right? But then you still find time to do this healthy food, the 𝐻𝐿𝐵, why? Because you are the Dr. H. Would you like to tell us what is a 𝐻𝐿𝐵 about? Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So, these food industries, well, actually, I also never imagined that actually suddenly I'm in this industry as well. Actually, it's always started from my clinic one. I mean, in my
Oh,
practice, so most of my patients, when they see me, this question always they ask me, doctor, what to eat? They always ask about food, what food to eat. And most of the patient like, if they cannot get pregnant, having
oh,
infertility, and they ask you what are the food they should eat, what are the food they cannot eat, this kind of thing. And then if they have this metabolic problem, most of them are obese because of this metabolic syndrome, and that's why they cannot get
mm,
pregnant, having period problem, abnormal periods. Same thing. The question would be like, okay, doctor, what food I should eat, the food. And then if they after delivery, they also ask me what are the food to eat, and after operation, they also yeah, I have got this kind of like everyone asking me what are the food to eat. So then I would tell my patient, okay, perhaps you should go for balanced healthy diet. But then to them, what is balanced and healthy diet? Because I also eat everything,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
that kind of thing. So and then I will tell them, okay, you make sure that your carbs this much and your protein this much and this and that. But then for some patient, like for many women are working nowadays, and they have
Mm,
no time to prepare that food. They buy. Sometimes we buy food. It's not like food out there not healthy, but I think the portion is too big. Maybe the too much carbohydrate. For example, your nasi lemak, too much. So that kind of. So people go for like food that nice to eat, but then
yeah,
perhaps it's not healthy for them. They
yeah,
cannot. The calorie wise is not
yes,
controlled. The control. So this is always a issue. They can cook. It's like, oh, they look at the Facebook and how people prepare food, keto diet, whatever diet, they go in. But then number one, they have to prepare. They have to prepare food, they have to buy. So they buy, then they buy extra, then they cook extra, then end up they eat extra also. I mean, they don't eat the portion, right? They want, as a woman, we always sayang, sayang, I don't want to buang. And then we eat, whatever extra. So, and then maybe not nice. We want to make it, what do you call this, healthy. Then we don't put this, we don't put that. At the end, the food not nice. Maybe we can eat 2-3 days after that we don't eat anymore. So many people fail. Many of my patients, I see they like, they get fed up, when you ask them about diet. I mean, I try, but then it's like, I don't really find it's very difficult and this and that. So that's why I feel that I want to find solution for them. I think there must be a solution. Then I'll look at, is there anybody sell healthy diet that I can refer? But I don't see anybody sell that. They're all like all this diet, and I don't know, no calorie mention, not mention how much, and this calorie the patient supposed to take. So that's why I thought that, okay, maybe we should start doing. We should,
mm,
so it's a kind of it's a solution for people, for my patient especially. So then that's why I thought, okay, let's start something FMB healthy diet. Actually, we're looking at confinement food first, and then people after operation recovery. During earlier day last year at the beginning of MCO, I mean before
Yeah, yeah.
MCO we start, but then immediately MCO. And then during that time, we realized that it's a lot of logistic problem in preparing all those food for after delivery confinement food, and also after recovery, because a lot difficult in logistic. But then we see people actually the intake or the demand for healthy diet, like a lot more people asking for healthy diet. So that's why we like, okay, let's zoom in to just do healthy diet. And then when we see how it goes, and then we get dietitian to come on board to
Wow.
look at our food, and then we get the chef. I mean, our chef, our consultant chef, very good, he can design a very nice food and so on. So then we will portion it according to the dietitian
Wow.
advice, in terms of right calorie, so that's why. And that's
Wow.
what we are today.
Well,
Yeah.
really, really
So we
in the
sell,
detail. Yeah.
yeah.
Well, really into
So
details
we
of
sell diet food for diet, mean that people want to go for diet, like 7 days, 21 days diet. We also sell that. And then I think age government come later because of those MCO upon MCO, right? So we keep postponing. So I think finally, the whole, I mean, like you build a tower. So this 𝐂𝐿𝐻𝐵 is the last piece, that you can see. You have the whole organization complete now. So last time we are at the Jalan 𝗃𝗏, but now we moved to Botani because we need to expand. We need a central kitchen and we need a proper office. So now we are at Botani. So on the ground floor we have 𝐻𝐵. Then we are going to do grand launching on the 20th of this month. And so there's a lot of diet. I mean, the thing about healthy diet is that most of the healthy diet, like in the market, like it doesn't taste nice. Maybe healthy diet are very not nice. Like healthy diet, very people feel the taste no good. That's why we are making healthy diet, which is nice, healthy and tasty. So I think this one not available in the market. We use a special technique cooking we call sous vide. It's a French way of cooking the food. We didn't cook with the fire, but we cook with the hot water. After soaking it with all the ingredients, so the tastes are so much nicer and very delicious. So now you got a healthy diet, which is delicious. It's tasty.
wow.
Yeah.
It's not easy. You have to spend so much time in the hospital, and then still thinking of all this, because the way
Yeah.
you describe to us is not easy, not like those simple restaurant, just cook, and that's it. You have to calculate this, that, the carbohydrate, the calories, and all this. Well, it's a lot of things in a way to do, right? No? Yeah, you see, and again, we say it, you're so busy in the hospital. Yeah, busy again with your your 𝐻𝐵, your this F&B. They come to your family. Wow. I come to know that you have 3 children, right? And yeah, they are all big or grown up, but they come to a time last time. So just want to know, how do you balance your time, at work and also for your family? Yeah, doctor.
Yeah, okay, this balancing time, right? So, but of course now it's much easier for me because I'm in JB, and most of the time I know actually I'm alone because my husband in Ipoh, and my daughter, the youngest one, actually is in the boarding school. And then my 2 eldest one, I mean the bigger one, the adult children, 30 years old and 29 years old already, right? They are all grown up. One is in Canada, one is in HUKM, doctor's
Yeah.
care. So basically, I have a lot of time on my, and that's why I'm doing a lot of things because I really want to feel my this what they call it, we call it 1/3 of our life, right? The last third, the first third is when you are younger, up to the time you get married, and then after that, when you get married to the time you menopause and so on, so these are the time where our children grown up and we are free to do things, what you have the dream, the dream that you can
Yeah,
really
yeah.
pursue. I don't want to leave any regrets behind, so that's why I do a lot of things. That whatever I think that I want to go, okay, let's go for it and think about it, how to do it, and go for it. So, but then on those days, younger, when my children are younger and this and that, you know, I also work very, very long hours, you know, because I'm a junior doctor. But I have amazing in-laws, you know, who look after my children.
Yeah.
So, you know, so they are, so sometimes extended family are good in the way that, which is nowadays people don't have this kind of opportunity, right? So I think I still have that opportunity where I stay with my in-laws and they actually help me to look after my children when I'm not around. So whenever I'm, you know, whenever we have time, we try to spend whatever time, quality time we have with them, you know. So, but of course, when look back now, you know, when they all grown up, so sometimes I feel, yeah, I don't feel like I have spent enough with them because they now grown up.
So it's always
But there's,
yeah.
yeah, so always this like this, you know, it's like the time you have this much, you know, we cannot spend 24 hours, right? So whether you know how you balance it, you know, so if you spend more here, you definitely spend less here. So, you know, things like that. But at the end of the day, you know, so you have to see whether you know what they call that. Of course, quality time is important, you know. So whether you serve the purpose or not, like, you know. So I think as a guidance, as children grown up, we can become still their friends, and we can still guide them. We can still tell them the, you know, how we go about it, and there's a story to tell, this and that. Yeah.
Yeah, doctor. I have a friend here. She
Mm.
has a question for you. He said, if you
Mm.
have a daughter or son who is also
Mm.
a doctor, let's say, he said, do you suggest her to take up as gynae as his or her profession and why or something like that?
I see. Okay. Well, the first thing actually, I never encourage my children to become a doctor because to become doctor is a commitment the whole life, you know. So you have to like the job, you have to be passionate, and you must like the job. Then you don't complain. Don't complain about, oh, working too late, working too. But it's a choice you make, you know. So that's how it is. I don't say that I spend enough less time family, and maybe there's no such thing to me, you know. So it's just a matter of, again, you know, the time, you know, how you see it. I have a daughter who a doctor. You know, she's my eldest. She follow my husband. She take pediatrics, pediatrician, and pediatrics instead of the gynae.
Yeah.
Yeah, pediatrics. Yeah, yeah. So she's in HUKM now. Yeah. So she don't take up the gynecology. I mean, if she, well, it's open to me. I open to my children. I don't really that tell them, oh, do this, do that. So, but sometimes we do. You know, as a parent, we tend to the way we say sometimes sound like that, right? So, well, she choose her own profession. So she somehow find pediatric is her passion. So she,
Ah,
yeah, and she's really good at her work. Yeah,
yeah. So
yeah.
it's
So
still
she's a,
up to the time they make their choice also. Yeah.
yeah,
Mm.
it's a choice. You know, it's a choice. So nowadays, my see children will follow. You know, how they see parents, even though we didn't tell them. Oh, this they will just see you and they just emulate. You know, so I see my daughter nowadays. So she is so busy at work, so I cannot tell her like, hey, why you so busy and never spend time and this and that. You know, you know. So then she will get back to me. She say, hey, last time remember you also like that.
Yeah, yeah. You see, that's awesome. You see, yeah. Doctor family, so your daughter also a doctor. But anyway, this is what do you call that? The sharing that you have for us. It's never easy, but you stay want to spend the one third of your life doing something that you're happy with and all these things. So
Yeah.
as a woman, you see now, actually, 8th of March is still a Women's Day, right? So consider this is also a Women's Day. No, because with your achievement or what you are doing now. Okay, what kind of advice do you think you would like to give to us women as in during this International Women's Day? And the theme is related to leadership. Yeah, for this time it's related to leadership. What would you like to advise us to? I mean, our women here. Yeah.
Okay, so leadership means take charge, right? Take charge.
Mm.
That's leadership mean, yeah. So so that's why take charge lah. Take charge in whatever you do, you know. Take charge over your own life, you know. Whatever the choice you make, you know. So take charge, and yeah, definitely. There's sometimes you make a choice. I mean, life a lot of challenge. I mean, lot of you know, hurdle and this and that. Uh, Go for your dream, even though I mean there's
Dream.
challenge, but you know, choose to challenge. I mean, choose to
Choose to challenge.
break the barriers. You know, definitely there'll be challenge. You know, there'll be challenge. If a gender is a challenge, then challenge that, you know, prove it, you know, that we can do it, you know, as a woman. So take charge in anything. Fight for your rights, for example, you know, your rights to have an equal salary, your right to be treated equally, your right for your dreams, you know, your right for opportunities. So fight for it, you know. So it's a worth fighting. So our
Choose
life,
to.
to me, yeah. So take charge in whatever you do. If your role is a mother, take charge. Take charge. You know, don't let your children climb your head or your husband to dictate you and you know, kind of thing. But take charge responsibly. What I mean responsibly. You know, things like not like submissive, like like some women. I mean, some women, you know, they feel that they are second citizen. They, whatever, I have to follow and I have to this, I have to that. And, you know, even though she doesn't give her opinion, you know, I mean, she just do it just because that is a, so I think that's why I feel that, you know, we have to take share. Whatever we do, we must be happy, you know, nobody can take our own happiness, uh, you know, is
Yeah.
actually is in our hand and how we want to handle it and how we want to achieve it, you know. So it would take a fight sometime, but then it's worth fighting for our own life, because we color our own life, you know, right? Things like that. What
Yeah.
come, yeah. So but still, you know, we should stand still there and be courageous, be brave, be strong. So yeah, so make ourselves happy.
Thank you, doctor. I like the word you say. Yeah, we in charge of our own life. We color our own life. You know, we the
Yeah,
happy depend on us. No, totally. Life is
yeah,
with purpose. We have to take charge of our life. Yes, yes.
yeah,
So, and I also see from the some of the yeah, within this you also do a lot of actually NGO works also. You do help out the needy. I mean the needy as well. So that's why you yes you're really spending your time with all these now I know that you're in one of those NGOs that you are also helping out the needies as well, right?
yeah,
Yeah. So
yeah, yes, yeah,
the
yeah,
spend the time management as well, and then the
yes,
heart.
definitely, yeah, yeah.
Wow.
We must have the heart first, lah. I think when we have the heart, everything can happen. One, no, if
Yeah.
you don't have the heart, I mean, it's just have to be you must have the passion about it and the heart, the willing heart to do it. So thing can do one. Even doesn't matter how impossible is it, we still can do it. I think women are multitasking. Do you agree with me? You know, especially
We
now
are, we
during
are
the
always
pandemic,
multitasking.
we are
We are.
multitasking. You know, during this pandemic, I think many women maybe realize that they are multitaskers. You know, see that pandemic, you know, can imagine women at
Yeah.
home, work from home, have to cook for children, supervise children, study online, at the same time have to do their work, and at the same time have to, you know, so they are actually really multitasking, and then we becoming better, right, in multitasking. I see a lot of women come out as the best chef, best, you know, they cook all sort of things that we never
Yeah,
cook
yeah,
before.
it's true.
And
Right.
yeah, you know, so perhaps they have a better relationship with their children and this and that. But then again, you know, so take charge. If you at home and you think that, okay, this home is my territory, take charge, you know, so things
Gosh,
like
yeah.
that. Yeah, you know, so yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It's here it says that we women must be some religion wrote down, women be brave, strong and
Yeah,
happy.
yeah,
Yeah.
so
Then
yeah, so I
Jennifer
think
wrote
that's
down
important.
and color our own life. Yes, yes. And then yeah. And also we happy that Dr. Sharifah also one of our Johor Bahru MBA member as well. Yeah.
Yeah,
You see,
yeah.
you laugh as well. Yeah, to us now. International Women's Day, we know that we are women is good in multitasking.
Yes, definitely, definitely. Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
yeah.
In fact,
Yeah.
actually it's awesome to have Doctor be with Auntie Bole today. You know that we you did share something is very personal to us about women. Yeah, today. Yeah, it's so
Yeah.
much to think about that because and obstetrician. You know, these are the
Obstetricians.
words that, obstetrician. You know, these are the things that we learn, and it's quite personal that you describe to us about many
Yeah.
things that we don't know. Yeah, yeah. Thank you so much for being with Auntie Bole, and I'm happy that you finally make it to be with Auntie Bole today. Even though a few try that you are busy with, but I'm so thankful that today you're with me and able
Yeah.
to share with me, share with us, know the followers here experience as an women doctor. Yeah. And then
Yeah.
dealing
Yeah.
very personal to women as well. Thank you very much for being Auntie
Yeah.
Bole.
Okay.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
Auntie Bole. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Sharifah. Yeah, thank
Yeah.
you all. Take
Sure.
care.
Yeah. Thank
Yeah,
you.
bye.
Bye.
Yeah, it's really awesome to have Dr. Sharifah to be with Auntie Bole, really. So, yeah, women, we must be able to color our own life, be happy, be brave. Yeah. Yeah, Jennifer say, yeah, we follow our own passion, women power. Yes. And then Margaret Yip say, yes, we have to be strong, courageous, focused for ourselves. Wow, all the very positive, strong word that come talk about women, wonderful, wonderful. Yeah, also attracts the best guests. Auntie Bole attracts the best guests. Thank you, Jennifer, for being so supportive. Yes. Thank you for my viewers who have been with me. Yeah, my supporter who have been with me today. So, I mean, it's always nice. No, Auntie Body really learn a lot. And then with your encouragement, yeah. Then Jean also an obstetrician and gynecologist with humility and heart of gold. Thank you so much. Yes. It's really an awesome meetup with Dr. Sharifah and in fact with all my guests, yeah. So Auntie Bole also a lady with a heart of gold. Thank you, Li Jin, for the encouragement. Yes, I really love and want and need those encouragement from you all. Yes, we are women also. We need encourage each other to each other. So today's sharing is awesome, and I'm happy that you are with me. So again, it's time to say bye-bye. Yeah. Look forward to a next meetup, okay? So Auntie Bole loves to share. You help me to share, okay? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, thank you. Bye-bye, my dear friends.